Hi, I'm Heidi.
I'm Phil.
I'm David.
We're the artistic directors of Lookingglass Theatre. When we first started about 20 years ago, we didn't have a lot of money for rights and things like that, so we often were attracted to things that were free.
Yeah.
And things that were free that were also interesting and had a lot of fodder for thought and expression were some of the older pieces that were around, like a lot of myths, a lot of Greek myths we're attracted to, a lot of older stories that are in the public domain. And a lot of these stories were pretty epic in scale. And so we, even at that time, we thought, so how do we tell a story like the Odyssey or the Arabian Nights in a traditional way? And I think that we found that we couldn't really. And so we started investing in broadening our scope of what theater and theatricality, our theater experience could be. And so we invested in increasing the musical element of our plays and the physical and acrobatic element of our plays so that we broadened the canvas of what we can deliver to an audience.
If those Greek plays have endured this long, those Greek stories, those Greek myths, then there's got to be something in them that is just continues to be very powerful. They're a lot about family and love and revenge and all of those things that are still part of our world today. And so I think it's a lot of fun for us to go back and interpret them and have them help us make sense of our current world.
And if you look at our Genesis story, which is Alice in Wonderland, that's where our name comes from, and that's where we began with our first production. That story is like a roller coaster ride, and that's part of our mission too, is to create an exhilarating experience for an audience, and
just like Alice had.
And that's one of the that story is also literary in nature, but it also has this sort of fantastic element that we wanted to stretch the bounds of what actors would usually be expected to do, and that's you find that in a lot of our plays.
And that's why that's why we like theaters, because you can be so open-handed with your theatricality and imaginative with how you're going to tell the story, as opposed to a movie where everything's real and the set is all real. You'll almost, I don't think you've ever seen like a realistic set on our stage.
No.
And it demands like risk and constant invention to take on.
And it also asks the audience to throw their imagination into what we're doing too. It's all very open-handed.